Hello, this lecture will be on eating disorders. The first eating disorder I'd like to cover is bulimia. This is a serious, potential life-threatening eating disorder. People with bulimia may secretly binge, meaning eating large amounts of food with a loss of control over that eating. And then they purge, which is trying to get rid of these extra calories in a very unhealthy way. To rid the calories and prevent weight gain, people with bulimia may use different methods. There could be self-inducing vomiting, misuse of laxative, weight loss supplements, diuretics, anything along those lines to move the binging and purging along. They may use other ways of ridding themselves of calories and that stop them from gaining weight. This could be people that do excessive fasting where they only eat an hour or 2 hours a day, very strict dieting, or even getting into extremely excessive exercise. The exact cause of bulimia is not known. Many factors can play into the development of this type of eating disorder. It could be genetics, biology, your emotional health, societal expectations, as well as many other issues. The next is anorexia. This is another eating disorder characterized by abnormally low body weight and a distorted perception of weight. People with anorexia place a high value on controlling their weight as well as the shape of their body, using extreme efforts that tend to to really significantly interfere with their day-to-day lives. To prevent weight gain or continuing to lose weight, people with anorexia usually have a severely restricted amount of calories or food that they will intake. They may control calories, same as bulimia, by vomiting after they eat, misusing laxative, diet aids, diuretics, or even enemas. They may also try to lose weight quickly by exercising excessively. This could, not healthy exercise for that hour a day, but typically around the 300 to 500 calorie range, and then working out for 4 or 5 hours a day. No matter how much weight is lost, the person continues to fear, and that's the key word there, fear gaining weight. They don't want to gain any weight at all. Anorexia isn't about the food. It's an extremely unhealthy and sometimes life-threatening way to cope with emotional problems. When you have anorexia, it often equates thinness with their self-worth. So they view themselves as worth more if they're smaller. And it doesn't matter how small they get, that self-worth increases in their mind. The exact cause of anorexia is unknown. As with many diseases, it can be a combination of biological, psychological, as well as environmental factors. And the last one is binge eating disorder, or BED. Binge eating disorder is a serious eating disorder in which you frequently consume unusually large amounts of food and feel unable to stop eating. Almost everyone overeats on occasion. Think about having seconds or thirds at Thanksgiving or on Easter or Christmas or, at Hanukkah, whatever the case may be. We're all known to overeat on occasion. But for some people, excessive overeating that feels out of control and becomes a regular occurrence crosses the line into a binge eating disorder. When you have a binge eating disorder, you may be embarrassed about overeating and you often vow to stop. You feel a compulsion that you can't resist and the urge and continue binge eating. You just get this urge and you just keep going back to it. Um, Treatment can help with binge eating. The causes of binge eating disorder are unknown, but very similar to the other two. This could be genetic, biological. It could have issues, links with psychological issues, And one more recent shed light on is long-term dieting. Those who started dieting when they were in high school or in early college and just continue to diet, not a healthy diet where you're like, hey, I'm eating this amount of protein and this amount of this, but the dieting, the Jenny Craig's, the quick weight loss, the, Miami diet, whatever, the South Beach diet, just constantly one diet after the other does increase your chances of becoming a binge eater, especially anything that's very low in calorie. When you stop, you tend to eat more, and then that can lead to binge eating or a binge eating disorder. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this lecture.